On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here that came into the NFL together back in 1995, and off we go between the Jags and the Panthers. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
When you're on the road, the last thing you want to do is make a mistake that brings the crowd into it. Now you're not just battling your opponent, you're battling yourself as well.
16, on one.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Young. Here's Coker bringing it in left side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now, here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Brooks, 65 yards. And the Panthers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete to Parker Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown, then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bayshore Tootin, 65 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, there was no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Jaguars 7.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Young. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Those are are some of the easiest yards this quarterback will ever throw for. He gets it to his man behind the line of scrimmage and then lets him do the rest. He wasn't able to break it for a huge gain, but it was enough for the first down.
Young's got his guys 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now Young. His throw incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Young will set to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That is Josh Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Young to throw on 4th. Open man here, Coker. He's got it. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. Young to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Looking to throw, Young. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Young. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 5 at the 33.
Hunter now will go in motion left. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Lawrence will throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Jaguars 1st down.
Tootin now on 1st and 10. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is Is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence.
Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
54-yard attempt.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From out of the gun, they run with two.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He completes it to Hunter. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now Lawrence.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold it. Let's get the ball back for us.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now Young.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Young's got his guys 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
That is Josh Hines-Allen getting in there to bring him down.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Young. He'll buy some time right.
Coker with a grab outright.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Young.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
At the 9-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw, Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Throwing, Young. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Hubbard, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
And in this situation, a field goal doesn't help you a whole lot, but I think you've got to take it because I think you're a little too far back to go for it on 4th down. But we also know the offensive coordinator's in the head coach's ear, trying to talk him into going for it right here.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence.
Dancing to his left.
This ball caught by Strange. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
That's good. We're on Jaguars.
Up the middle, it's Tootin. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
2nd and inches.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Back to throw. Lawrence.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. That is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
He'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Second down, goal to go. They'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
18. Panthers 17. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Friday sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, Prescott. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Now Prescott. Here's one deep for Pickens. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 46 yards on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
Prescott to throw it. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Prescott now.
24-yard line.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift in momentum right there, because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A gain of 14.
Now Prescott going to change the play.
Cowboys.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be second down. And now an audible here into something else.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
38 yards on the play. First down, Dallas.
Here's Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Pass intercepted. The Panthers take over.
Looking to put a drive together.
At their own 17-yard line.
following the interception. Young.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
All that blown up by DeMarvion Overshown.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Young will set to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Panthers first down. First and 10
Young
at the
now.
44-yard line.
That one complete to Ligon.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Now here's Young.
To the left side, he's got McMillan.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll pitch it out to Hubbard.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's a gain of
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Panthers first down. First and 10.
They'll toss this right side to Hubbard.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard
From 17 yards out.
And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
For the extra point.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Panthers 14. Cowboys nothing.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
It's a gain of 9.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
No gain on the play.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Trayvon Merrick on the tackle. A gain of 9 yards.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Trayvon Merrick on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Prescott.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now Prescott on fourth down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw is Prescott.
Over the middle, there's Flanoy.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Dallas.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
They go right back to Flanoy. He's got another one.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
At the 11-yard line.
Prescott yet again.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him out of the end zone.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
He's on his way.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Got a man, that's Leggett.
And some room to work. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 33.
Young's got his guys 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
That play won't lead any highlight packages, but it did its job. They knew where the first down marker was and were able to pick it up with the short pass.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A 45-yard attempt.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Carolina. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Throwing, Prescott.
Floyd, left side.
Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 65 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Young's got his guys 1st and 10.
A run out of the gun with Brooks.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Young now from the 50. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down. Young and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. Now Young. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. That's caught downfield by Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens, 50 yards. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Young to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Prescott to throw it. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
For the Cowboys field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cowboys will take over possession.